what's up, everybody? BDF44 coming at you with another video. All right, so kind of wanted to respond or react to LeBron's very quick response to Jim Hill's question. The great Jim Hill, big fan of Jim Hill. Grew up watching him. Local news anchor, has been covering the Lakers forever and covering local news here. Just fantastic at what he does. But he asked LeBron James if he had any thoughts about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and in regards to breaking his scoring record in any relationship with Kareem. And he said, nah, no thoughts, no relationship. And when you're wearing the Laker uniform as LeBron James and you're speaking of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, you're about to break his record in the uniform. Yeah, you want you want to take a more diplomatic approach, I think. But we had a conversation about this on this channel. I directed it toward the great Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, but I think he's been engaging in the wrong energy as it pertains to Kyrie Irving. I think LeBron James got a whiff of that, and I think he would rather not speak on that because that's probably what he has something to say about in regards to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I think that's where his head is probably right now. Just because that's where a lot of our minds are right now in regards to Kareem, which is sad, when you allow yourself to be quoted saying certain things about a young person, you know what I mean, especially belittling his intellect, I guess is what you'll say, without seeming to be looking to teach, I guess, but more so looking to be critical. It's not going to sit well with people who support the person you're speaking of. And I believe LeBron James support Kyrie Irving. I do at this point, even though there's been talks of this and that or whatever. At the end of the day, I think they're in a place where they're ready to play with one another. And I think if LeBron James is looking at this like I'm looking at it, you have to ask Kareem Abdul-Jabbar if he's trying to get in the way of Kyrie coming to the Lakers when he opens his mouth at this time, saying these type of things. You have to wonder the motivation behind things like that. And I don't know, but it leaves room for different things that could be possible and different conspiracies and stuff like that you just don't want Kareem to leave himself open to be accused of. And that's where I stand as a Laker fan in regards to that. I just, I show a lot of appreciation, respect for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as a Laker fan and somebody from Los Angeles, somebody who respects the sport, and what he's brought to it has been immense, and more so than mostly anyone who's ever brought forth anything to our sport. So it's nothing that I can say that would take away from for what he's done both on and off the court. But at the same time, it's like when you get to a point and you're hearing people and they don't seem to be giving constructive criticism and the timing looks iffy and the person that he's talking about it seems as if there's a certain corporate energy that's focused in narrative, molding a narrative of that person's life or that person's character more so, based on different things that maybe they've done that maybe is low-hanging fruit as it pertains to them being different than what society would claim is normal. It's just very easy to pick on a guy like Kyrie for different things that he said when he was in his 20s and maybe different things that he said in his 30s, an alternate type of mind. He's a different kind of guy. And, for Kareem, of whom I look at as also a different kind of guy, you would think of some of the paths and the things that he's walked and some of the things that the mistakes that he may have made in the past, you would think he would have a bit more grace for how he views a stranger. Because I don't think he knows Kyrie. I don't imagine he knows him. Judging by how he was speaking of him, I don't even think he pays that much attention to him. So that's what bothered me. But nevertheless, and then to speak of it in such a way to say the man's regressing. As I listened to Kareem's quote again, the way it came off is as if he's saying the whole, and I hate to do this, but this is what it came off as to me. He was essentially saying is Kyrie's regressing in his thinking. It's not growing. It's almost that's what I took from the statement. It's like, to say that about a human being that, you know what I mean? You don't know, maybe there needs to be more conversations to help you reach him so that he can maybe think along the lines that you would respect if that's something that you think you can do. But if you can't be a solution, then what are you actually offering? And so that's my take from afar. Obviously, LeBron James has his own point of view on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and what he thinks of the situation. But that's mine. And so, yeah, as a Laker fan, I'm not mad at LeBron James for being quick to not want to share thoughts on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, because my thoughts on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar right now, as a Laker fan, it's a little bit of disappointment attached to that, because it's not only about how he's speaking of this athlete, but it's about what our team and the franchise that he represents, that he's got a statue of, that he has in the rafters, what it is our circumstances are right now, and what I think is going on is that we need that player that he's talking bad about to join LeBron James, who's leading our team, to help win a championship. And we got a lot of different things that are going against us, including the price tag and the willingness for that player's team to relinquish him, even though they don't want him on their team to pay long term. I don't know that we have that in mind, but at least we have a plan for him that can lead to the possibility of a championship, which we're trying to put together. And I think Kareem is stepping on that. And I think it's reasonable for me as a fan to wonder, why? Why are you doing this now? Why are you saying this now? And so if I'm in LeBron James' seat, maybe I'm thinking, why? Why are you doing this now? And and all the stuff that can come with that. Is this even about Kyrie? Or is it about LeBron James and him passing you up, wearing your uniform, and not winning a championship that season with that player that you don't respect? Is it more to it than you just having to share your opinion about that young man? I don't know. And as somebody who's supposed to respect legends no matter what, because they've done great things on the court and maybe some great things that I don't even know about for my people. Do you understand what I'm saying? Maybe I'm supposed to speak of them differently, but when they engage in certain things in front of me, what am I to say? What am I to say? I'm supposed to ignore that? That's not how this brain works. So that's where I stand. In a perfect world, I would love to say, Bron, you got to do better. Kareem has done too much for the Lakers. But today, I believe it is October 4th, 2022. I think that might be the date. I hope it's that day, because today's my sister's birthday, if it is the 4th. So happy birthday to my sister, Sue. But on this day, it's a couple days after Kareem said some really foul stuff. So, this ain't the day for me to say that LeBron James say, you're the Lakers leader, you're supposed to respect Kareem, you're the NBA leader, you're one of the 3 people that can probably look him in the eye, and why aren't you respecting him? Because on this day, we're really not sure how to feel about what Kareem said. Really not sure how to feel about the motivation behind what he's doing either. I don't really know. Don't feel good about it though. I don't think it helps the team. And you're captain. It's the bottom line. He's captain. And what he's doing, whether he realizes it or not, because I don't know how much he's paying attention to what's going on behind the scenes with the Lakers and what they may need or not. Whether he realizes it or not, it may actually be in the way of us getting our next championship. Couldn't he pick somebody else to talk about? Maybe not somebody we're trying to target. Maybe not the guy LeBron James wants on his team to win a championship this season. You back yourself into a position to where people can look at you and say, are you jealous of LeBron James? Kareem, that's what you got to guard against. It's reasonable for me to deduce that there may be some jealousy there. And I would love to believe that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is so far above that nonsense. But this is what he leaves himself vulnerable for when he does stuff like that. So, I don't know. What am I supposed to say? Bron, please respect Kareem? Yes, Kareem, please respect Kyrie. Kyrie, please respect Kareem. Kyrie, please respect LeBron. This don't end there. Everybody got to respect everybody, man, no matter what tier you're in. We're all human beings at the end of the day. I think we put too much emphasis on what people can display. A lot of times that's outside of their control anyway. So, at the end of the day, I just think we can do a lot better of giving each other criticism that can help each other, not just put each other down and then just dismiss him. He's stupid. He's so dangerous. He's just getting worse. I don't know. It's just so. It's like, who are you trying to impress by speaking that way? The people that's interviewing you? That's nasty energy, sir. I'm not impressed by that. I would be much more impressed with you saying, I want to have a conversation with that boy because his mind needs to change. That's what I want from my captain. That's what I want. And I can't speak for nobody else, but I'm willing to bet his teammates would feel the same way. A lot of them teammates, they probably feel the same way, brother. Maybe even the ones that love you the most might actually feel that way about this particular statement. Not just the people that don't really understand you, bro. Maybe the ones that love you the most. Because I tell you right now, if my lovely sister had done something like that, my sister who has her birthday today, I would have something to say. I'd be like, yo, sis, I think you're going about it the wrong way. Especially if you have a public voice. You know what I mean? I don't think I'd say anything different to my loved one. We just all have to do better. I need to do better. Even when I'm in the camera speaking about people, I want to make sure that I'm thinking about their feelings and how that could affect them and how the blow back on me later, all these different things. I could do better. So that's, I guess, where I'll leave it, man. I'm not mad at Bron. I just want him to guard against the same thing I want Kareem to guard against. Don't let people get up here and say, yo, you don't respect Kareem. Now you're about to break his record. You don't respect the Lakers. Guard against that, bro. Guard against that. Don't let him do it to you. Nah. There's a very easy way of doing that without it seeming as dismissive. And I think Kyrie would understand that too. I know I would. Because you can't win when you go against Kareem wearing the purple and gold. You cannot win that way. And that's coming from a Laker fan who actually really, really appreciates both LeBron's tenure as a Laker and Kareem's greatness. You know what I mean? I see NBA champions there for us. But LeBron is definitely not going to be able to win a battle with Kareem. You gotta just, play it like you played with anything else. You gotta be diplomatic, I believe. But yeah, Kareem was out of bounds, man. I hate to say it, but our great captain might have taken an L. But hey, man, it's okay. You know what I mean? We grow. That ain't gonna usurp all the great stuff that he's done. Sure, it won't usurp all the great things that Kyrie posted that I saw just because he posted that one thing that people can't vibe with. I saw a bunch of stuff that I could vibe with. I wish Kareem would have saw the same things I saw. He would have had something different to say, I promise. And that's the point. We all need to do better. More homework on the people we talk about, especially if we're going to be critical of them. I got to work on that. That's what I got to say. Video 44. Thank you for watching.